You've got guys who claim to be former Wall Street analysts like Tom Nash. He's a complete liar. And tell Tom, I've got 10 grand I'm going to give him if he can prove to me $10,000. You see? You got these guys. He was not, I can guarantee you, a Wall Street analyst. He doesn't even understand, by the way, how the inverted yield curve is a supposed predictor of a recession. He doesn't understand that. I actually heard his video. I haven't had a chance to do a video on it. You have to be a numbskull. There's no way any legitimate securities analyst is going to come out and say that an inverted yield curve causes a recession. There's only one pinhead I've come across before that said that, a guy that I exposed starting about 12 years ago, named Michael Pinto. Okay? You can find him on YouTube. I exposed the whole guy. He worked with Delta Global, which was shut down for fraud. He ran over to Peter Schiff's firm, was canned over there after about a year. He actually claims that as well. Maybe that's where Tom got the information from. Inverted yield curves don't cause inflation, folks. That's fact. Anyone who says that doesn't understand what's going on. Tom Nash, I don't think has been ever even worked anywhere near the capital markets. For him to say that an inverted yield curve causes inflation, it does not. Everyone knows that, right? You all understand that? Something's got to be done about YouTube. Something has got to be done. I'm telling you right now. And I've talked about this before. I've been following YouTube for a very long time, folks. I remember when YouTube was good. It was good before Google bought it, before it was monetized, when people posted videos because they wanted to. Now it's all about how much money they can make. And they don't care who gets hurt. They don't care what type of BS they post. All that matters is you can't say things that aren't politically correct. You can't say certain words, right? But you can scam the hell out of everybody. It's pretty disgusting to me.
So while we're on the topic of crypto, if you're looking for a place to buy, sell, track, or trade both crypto and NFTs all in one place with fees that are up to 85% lower than the top competitors, then FTX US is there to help. They're trusted by millions of users, and what I like the most about them is that they allow you to set up an automatic recurring buy so that you can dollar cost average into the markets on a regular basis. So if you're interested, the link is down below in the description with the code GRAHAM, and you could get all the way up to $100 for signing up depending on how much you trade.